Hey, welcome to A Moment to Move. My name is Garen, and today we're going to be doing a quick, fun 5-minute dynamic warm-up routine. That was a mouthful. But we're going to start in hands and knees position, and I'll meet you in your floor space. So you want to bring the shoulders over the hands, hips above the knees. And we're going to start by rocking back and forth. You may be familiar with this as we do it quite a few times in a lot of the classes on the channel. But I find it a great way to warm up the wrists, and you can start getting into the hips a little bit at the same time. So you want to gently grip the mat with your fingertips, push between the index finger and the thumb, and you want, as you come forward, you want to spin the eyes of the elbows to face away from you. Coming onto the toes, and we're going to start, as we come forward, we're going to dome the upper back into sort of cat pose, and as we come back we're going to sink the hips, coming into a cow pose, and we push all the way back. And as we come forward we're going to roll forward like a wave, so we start doming the upper back into a cat position, and then sink the belly, stick the hips to the sky, bring the shoulder blades onto the back, and push back to the tops of your feet. 2 more of those, rolling forward, sink the belly, push back. Last one, roll forward, so we're waking up our spine, and push back. From there, we're going to bring the knees up just slightly, and we're going to roll forward. Well, not roll forward, we're going to bring ourselves forward, coming into a sort of up dog, but have the hips down a little bit, pushing into the ground still. And then we're just going to sink back, push into a hovering tabletop, and then come through that into what I call a power down dog. And then we're just going to gently come forward, rolling the hips, just coming into that up dog sort of position. Bring the shoulder blades onto the back, and then come back, tuck the toes, power down dog. You can keep the knees just hovering as you come forward this time. Keep the toes tucked. Sink into that up dog position, shoulder blades onto the back, opening up through the chest, gazing directly forward. Keep the knees hovering. Push yourself back into that power down dog. Push the ground away from you, extending through the spine and the arms. This time, keep the knees again hovering as we roll forward. We're going to sink the hips down, push the ground away from you, and we're just going to roll onto the right hip a little bit. Keep pushing into the ground. We're just going to open up through that right hip flexor. And we're going to roll over to the other side. So that left hip flexor. Just stretching out in that position. Have a slight engagement of the glutes. From there, we're going to tuck the toes, keep the knees hovering, push yourself up and back into a downward facing dog. And we're just going to take them roll forward, so you come into that sort of cat pose as we push through plank, spin the eyes of the elbows forward, engage the core, sink the hips down, open up through the chest, squeeze in the glutes for up dog. And as we come back to down dog, we want to tuck the chin to the chest, bring the navel to the spine, and you want to lift yourself up from your core as you roll yourself all the way back into a downward facing dog. So we're really engaging the core as we open up our bodies and warming that side of our body up as well. So roll forward, have that cat position, sink and bring the shoulders onto the back, squeezing the glutes. Keep the legs engaged. And again, we're going to tuck that chin to the chest, bring that navel to the spine, and nice and slowly roll yourself back into your downward facing dog. Rolling forward. Sinking the hips just a little bit, spreading through the collarbones, squeezing the glutes, gazing directly ahead, pushing into the ground. Bring that chin to your chest, slowly rolling back from the core, coming into your downward facing dog. Sink through power dog, place your knees onto the ground, and we're just going to step that left foot forward, keep a tuck in the right knee. We're just going to shift forward and back on that left ankle, just opening up the front of the leg, or the front of the ankle. We did the back earlier. Just a few rocks. And we're just simply going to switch over to the other side and rock forward and back. And there we have it. A nice gentle warm-up routine to get the day started. You can use this as a morning movement practice, and otherwise, yeah, let me know how this went for you and if you liked it, and I'll be sure to catch you on the next one over here at A Moment to Move. Thank you for joining me.